All right, guys, we're here in Portland, Oregon with Adam. How's it going, Adam?
It's pretty good, pretty good.
Hey, are you currently homeless right now?
Yes, I would say yeah.
How did it happen?
I've just never been able to have a home. Even when I was working or something like that, I couldn't accumulate enough money, or I wouldn't be allowed to go into certain places because of my criminal background. So it's just I ended up in a little power struggle there, and if I stuck to it, I'm sure I could have found, worked hard and found a place that would have accepted me at some point. That's what happened with me.
What kind of criminal background do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
It's just a variety. So without going into detail, it's a variety of things which would hold me back from jobs in probably different categories. And but that being said, it's not that would stop me from working. So
what was it that did?
There's a couple things. Addiction, probably one. I know my drinking lost me a job, and then drugs lost me another one after that. My last two jobs, but and mental health right now is I've just been going through with the severity of just kind of like a lifetime drugs and alcohol, and then just things that have happened in my mind.
How was your childhood?
It was great. No, I had a wonderful childhood.
Are you from Portland?
No, I'm from North Idaho.
From where?
North Idaho.
Oh, North Idaho. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And yeah, I grew up in a great place. So all the way up until I was like 18 or 19, it did start in my teenage years. It did start getting more serious, with the that's when my alcoholism really started kicking off, and with the kids' hormones or whatever they're going through at that age, that was bad. It started getting bad then, but childhood was great, and my mom took really good care of us and worked her ass off for us.
Did you do alcohol first or drugs first?
I think I'd like to say no. It's probably alcohol, because
Alcohol.
I know that the guys, the dads in the group drank beer. They weren't a bad influence or anything like that, but we'd sneak over and try it. And but soon after, it was weed. But weed was never. I would never put weed in an area that was harmful in my life. Except for maybe my feeling about it, the anxiety things that I get. But like the drug itself wasn't a bad part of my life. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what substances have you done?
Oh, geez. I've done everything, just about, except for, I don't know, like meth, crack, coke, of course, without the baking soda.
Have you done the blues?
I've accidentally took a hit of those. I don't know if it was nicotine or if it was that stuff, but something got me, and I've actually I've cleaned out like a baggie to do a shot with, and it must. I don't know what fentanyl is like, but I think it might have had something like that in it, and it did it scared me at first, because I don't do those kind of drugs normally at all. I'm scared.
Which drug are you currently the most addicted to, you would say?
I don't think alcohol is considered a drug, but it's the one that like I am feeling if I'm feeling a certain way out here or anywhere, if I'm just like not at ease or just can't take the moment or anything like that, it's the anxieties. It is something that does help me take the edge off, and whether it's an excuse or not, that's the reason I like to do it. And because I like to get a buzz,
Right.
I don't drink a lot, but that would be the key one, because the clear is different, and for a good reason. Because that shit'll kill you.
Did you say if you have any children?
I haven't had.
You don't have any children?
Not that I know of. I've wondered recently, of course, but I don't know.
You've wondered if you have any?
I've wondered. I mean, I've had enough weird things going on in my life that made me wonder. But I just never had. I've never had any type of proof or somebody that really just came up and said, "Hey, you know,
you're my
me,
dad."
you, yeah, serious." Yeah, I haven't had that.
What's like the craziest thing that you've seen out here in Portland?
You know, the weird thing is it's my experience here, in this post-traumatic stress thing that I've been going through, and sadly, I hate that I'm going through that because I do enjoy this place. I think it's beautiful. I love everything they've done with the place, and I do like the people. So, but something happens, and I end up doing a weird thing where it's just where I don't even know, man. I just like the world is coming into closing in on me, like the ceilings are going to fall in, and snipers are going to shoot from everywhere that I cannot protect myself, and and this thing would explode, and freaking this guy'd bring out a gun. Yeah, it's just like that's how crazy my mind gets. And
Your PTSD? How did
I don't know how it happened. Accumulation of things.
Over time?
Yeah, it started a few years ago when I was in a relationship that kind of had me all crazy, you know. And so with the drugs, I started to like search. I started getting all nosy and stupid, and you know how you're not supposed to get in relationships, but it's hard, those kind of things. So what happened was, though, it started a separate cycle for me. A really tough one, though, because I had been away from drugs for 9 years. So when I went into that mind frame, I was doing heavy drugs, and I changed a lot because my mannerisms, everything. I'm still haven't got my mannerisms back. You know, I had control of my body. I was healthy, had control of my body, had control of my mind, and I've lost control of parts of my mind and my body, my movements, you know, how comfortable I am, you know.
So before that relationship, you would say you didn't really have any like mental struggles? Or
I did. I had went through it before. Before that, it's happened to me a couple times, but that one really was ahead. That one was hard because of everything I had already went through leading up to it, and just with the decision to make sure I always love. And to always, no matter what, not give up on love and not give up on people, you know. And but I, of course, always lose my way in that struggle when there's all that madness going on. So I was an angry, crazy person doing. Yeah, I was mad. So, but it started this weird thing where I was like kicking. I was basically like running amok in everyone's backyards, and without really knowing, you know, that I'm running through the backyards of, you know, it's of everyone that I was, you know, I grew up with my whole life. It probably pissed off my whole town, I'm sure, and but not on purpose, of course. I was lost, you know, in this scenario, and it was weird. And the drugs did become a weird thing where it was just, I was addicted, and to this day, I'm still like drawn to the smallest little weird things on the ground even. And I'm stuck in like a syndrome. It's going to take years for me to heal from, actually. I'll have to. So, it's true.
Do you have good days and bad days?
Every day I have a good day almost every day.
Good.
And then I have a bad day almost every day. It's quite, the scope is like insane, really, because I can just be, I'm happy as freaking hell, you know. And I'm almost happy right now, but then it's just like I you know, it's like an attack. I might not hear it clearly. Maybe it's a message, an open-ended message, and I'm supposed to take from it a positive. I don't know, but sometimes I hear a negative, and it starts me going in a bad direction, and then I look like an idiot by the end of the day, you know, if I hadn't already.
Does any of your family come to check up on you from North Idaho?
Well, my immediate family, I grew up with my mom and my brother. That was the only people I grew up with, that I was like always with as a kid. And I'm close with my dad too, but my mom is gone in Mexico, and my brother is. I need to talk to him. My mind has been so messed up with this stuff I've been telling you about, this PTSD stuff, that I have shied away from even communicating with my loved ones because of these weird fears. I keep having these fears that are so stupid. To say them out loud is crazy. I know I can look at it objectively. I know what it must sound like, but it's when the idea comes into my head, my mind and body reacts as if it's real, and it is real at the time, you know. But
would you be okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And then, is there a message that you would like to send out to your family if they end up seeing this video?
Yeah, I just want to let them know that I love them very much, and I love everyone. I hope to work out everything on my mind, and I believe I will. I'm actually confident for the first time in my life, at least about going forward. I know that I'm going to do good at least in one way, and that is I'm not going to be violating other people's rights and that kind of thing that I was worried about in my life in the past. Because I used to have a bad nightmare that I was going to be in prison for the rest of my life, or it was a reality, but I kept having nightmares of it because I couldn't control my certain actions. And I can control those actions now. I have a lot of weird fears, but everything's getting better, and I do believe that I'll be in a better place in a few years, So, and that's, and I don't need to be locked up or nothing stupid like that.
Well, I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, buddy.